today's topic is the classes and the elements. So, have you ever noticed how on the web, when you hover over the links, the color change or background change, or how the first letter in the article appears to be very large than the other? So, this is because of this powerful feature of CSS called the classes and the elements. And these are the topic of today. We are going to break them down and see how they work and what they really is. They really are. So first of all, I have created the the simple HTML form that will help us to navigate through this and get to know how to use them. So let me start with explaining what pseudo class is and what pseudo element is. So pseudo class is the keyword that is added uh, to the selector to style element based on the specific state of the element, whether it's hover or focus or whatever. But pseudo element is a keyword that added to the selector to style an element, but not because of state, but styling a specific part of the element itself. So to to use pseudo class, we use actually syntax is very simple. It's just a single column, but for pseudo element, it's you just use double columns. So let's now get started with some examples. So here, as you can see, I have created a simple HTML form that you let's see its output here. So it looks like this, and we're going to start with a pseudo class. So first, as I just talked about, pseudo class is the keyword that is added to the selector. So first of all, selector is the way of telling CSS which element to style. As you can see here, I have used the type selector to select the button I have in this HTML form. So this means I told CSS to select every button I have and then apply these styles on it. So this is not our focus today, so we're going to focus on how to use pseudo classes and pseudo elements. So let's start with a pseudo class. So we are going to apply styles like when we hover mouse over this button, it will change the background color. Let's see how we can do that. So we say button, button, and then we are going to use a single colon because we are going to apply pseudo class, and then to be pseudo and then hover, and then what will happen. So let's say background color will change to so so far it is awkward, so let's change it to brown. So and also the color of the text, let's change it to white. So now let's save and see what if the styles are applied. But as you can see here, it is applied. So when you hover over this button, the background color changes and the the font color of the text also changes. So this is how pseudo class actually works. As I talked about, it allows you to apply styles on element based on the state. So this means when the state changes, there is mouse that is hovering over this button, it changes the background. So that is how pseudo class works. Now let's take a look at pseudo element now. So pseudo element, as I talked about, it uses consecutive two double colons, and it allows you to it targets a specific parts of element. So as we can tell here on the pseudo class, it consider the state of the element, but here on the pseudo element it consider specific part of the element. So let's see how it works. So let's say we want let's say that let's use heading 1 because I already have it in the HTML, and then we use double colons and then say first letter is here, and then this will target only the first letter of the heading 1 we have in our HTML. So let's say we want to change it font size. Let's say to let's say to 40 px, and let's say we want to change it font weight to bold, and color, let's adjust it also to aqua. Let's take this, let's see the output. So as you can see here, the first letter of this header changed. As you can see, the color changed and the size also changed. This is how pseudo element actually works. It targets specific part of the element. So in this first whole header, it applied styles to this letter, only first letter. So this pretty much of how the pseudo class and pseudo element works in CSS, and it is very important and a powerful feature in CSS because it helps you to avoid adding extra HTML and CSS code. So that's it for today, and I would like to appreciate you for watching this video and to make this for to the end. And remember to subscribe and comment, share any idea you have. So thanks. See you next time.